What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Seasons. This is episode number 3, and of course today we are going to have another couple of games here in Division 9. We won the first game, which is a really good win for us, and keep maintaining the winning streak we've got so far. And of course, in the last episode, my opponent was Real Madrid, which means that I get to use Real Madrid. Of course, the side that a lot of people apparently are using in this year's Seasons, which is not a real surprise. Obviously, Champions League winners, featuring one of the best, if not the best players in the world in Cristiano Ronaldo. They've got players like Gareth Bale, James Rodriguez, just an all-round amazing side Real Madrid have. So it's no real surprise they're quite a common team for people to use. And yeah, I'm really, when I started to do this series, I was wondering, when I'd use the big teams. Of course, I wanted to use the big teams right from the beginning, but I thought I might save a few until the latter stages of the series, because obviously right now the way I'm doing it is I'm playing against the team my opponents were in the last game. But using Real Madrid from the beginning, I guess I was just excited to see what they're all about, seeing as they are quite a common team for people to be apparently. So the first chance of this game fell in the 7th minute, and also the first goal as well. Gareth Bale got it as we were playing against a guy using Barcelona, and it was the Welshman Gareth Bale who got the goal. No need to completely destroy Mark Bartra in this goal. Just a really simple finish into the back of the net, and that made it 1-0. So 1-0 up, 18 minutes in. Bale didn't need to use all his pace there, and we do take the lead. And in the 18th minute, I wanted a bit of a skill run with Ronaldo down the left-hand side. Not too much, but I got myself inside. Really good opportunity, but I was tackled. The ball was cleared away, only as far as Benzema though, and Karim Benzema made it 2-0. So kind of frustrating I couldn't finish off that nice run with Ronaldo after I gave the ball away. But Benzema's on hand to make it 2-0, and I could already see that why this team was so is used so often apparently, because it was just absolutely awesome. I just felt in such control. And as Modric finds Rodriguez here, it's another great chance. Benzema's through, and well, I really should have scored, but I did in the end. I hit the woodwork twice. Benzema shot at the post, and Ronaldo somehow missed an open goal and hit the bar. But it was like a 1-2 with a crossbar there, and then I put in the rebound. So 3-0, just in complete cruise control. Should have made it 4-0 there. Rafael Varane's header going over the bar, and out for a goal kick from this corner. But my opponent in this game wasn't really threatening at all, and I was in complete control. And in the 56th minute, I went a bit of a run with Ronaldo again. A couple of nice skill moves down left hand side, cut inside, great chance to make it 4, and I did. Ronaldo is just so OP, and of course, in our team I'll never be able to afford the players of that caliber, the Ronaldos if you will, because they just cost too many coins. But I like the idea that I can use them in seasons whenever I want, and I'm sure I'm going to be trying to hopefully use Real Madrid and maybe Portugal in the future, because Ronaldo was just unreal, as you'd expect obviously, and that was a really nice goal. Lovely little skill run and a good finish into the bottom corner. So I may have messed up a skill run in the first half with him, but that was a really nice goal, and that made it Real Madrid 4, Barcelona 0. And in the 63rd minute here, I'm on the ball with Ronaldo again, who was picked up and knocked in this game. Goes down the left hand side, takes on his man, gets himself inside with a Berber spin and a body feint, then a Ronaldo chop. I lost the ball, but my opponent failed to clear it. It came to Bale, he found Modric, who struck it, and the two former Tottenham men linked up, but unfortunately Modric's shot went wide and out for a goal kick. But still 4-0, and as I've said, I don't really like to talk down my opponents, but he wasn't really playing very well. And in the 68th minute, I could have and probably should have made it 5-0 with Gareth Bale down the right-hand side. Great chance here as I get myself inside. Good chance to make it 5, but the shot goes wide and out for a goal kick. And as you'll see, my opponent did decide to quit straight after that because he just couldn't seem to cope. So 4-0 was the final score, and again, a very, very easy win. And, it was just routine. And as I said in the last episode, these games, they're not formalities per se. Like, I'm not guaranteed wins as soon as I get into the games, but I am obviously going to be favourites for the majority of them, and that's why I wasn't really surprised to win that game very, very comfortably. So a 4-0 victory. Ronaldo, of course, on fire in that game. It's so fun to use this guy, and again, thoroughly deserved, as you'll see by the stats. So a good win, a good way to follow on after the first win for the new season here. That makes it 2 wins from 2, and what's that now? 5 out of 5, or possibly 6 out of 6? Yeah, 6 out of 6. In total, and of course 2 out of 2 in the new season. And we then get ourselves into the next game here against, well, as you'll see, I picked Barcelona because that was my opponent's last team, and I ended up coming against Chelsea again. So that was kind of annoying. Obviously Chelsea, they seem to be quite a common team as well, unfortunately, on seasons. As you'll see throughout this series, quite a lot of people seem to want to use Chelsea, which again isn't a real surprise. Right now, of course, they're going to be odds-on favourites to win the Premier League. They are, in my opinion, the strongest side in England, and of course they are so efficient efficient with so many world-class players. But we did indeed take on Chelsea with Barcelona, which means that after this game I'll have to go and pick a completely new side. And yeah, as we took on Chelsea, I wasn't really sure what to expect. What I did notice is that my opponent in this game was playing a back five, which included Ivanovic at right back, a centre-back trio of Cahill, Matic and Terry, and Ramirez playing left wing back. So I was like, right, five at the back, that's going to be a difficult side to break down, even with Ramirez at left wing back, and obviously Matic more of a central midfielder or a holding midfielder if you were playing centre back. So I thought this would be a really difficult game for me, and it was, because as Courtois makes a really good save in the 6th minute here, I noticed that my opponent was playing a park the bus philosophy. He'd just literally dragged every single body back as far as they could go. He was playing a 5-3-2 if you were wondering, with Diego Costa and Drogba up top and a midfield trio of, I can't remember now, but still a 5-3-2 he was playing. And I got to be honest, it was so difficult, because on the rare moments where he did start to attack and get himself forward, even then he had bodies just storming back, and there was only a couple of times really I got myself inside. Suarez came through here and I should have hit the target, but the shot went wide. And really, in this game, I was reliant on shots from outside the area and set pieces. This corner, again, was headed over the bar. A good chance there, which went over. And as you can see, he'd lined up his team. As you can see on the radar right now, he had lined up his team with 5 at the back and, of course, those 3 central midfielders just to hold back and basically, you know, play for the draw, really. And as Messi crosses this ball in, Neymar wins the header and Courtois makes another amazing save. Got to be honest, Courtois so far is the best goalkeeper I've faced in this season series and on FIFA. And again, from the corner, the header comes in and Courtois dives onto it and keeps it at 0-0. I was struggling so much, and on the hour mark it was still 0-0, and as Xavi finds Iniesta here, we do break through this time with Neymar down his left hand side, cut it back to Iniesta, who shoots, and it goes wide. So on the rare chances I did get myself inside the area, I just wouldn't take them, and I was finding it infuriating in this game because I just could not seem to break down my opponent, and when I did, my finishing was poor. Messi's cross in here found Suarez was headed away on as far as Rakitic, and his shot was blocked. He was throwing bodies in front of the ball, and I just couldn't seem to break down my opponent and find that early goal. And my opponent genuinely had no shots up until this point. Well, one block shot, but other than that, no real shots. In the 79th minute, he eventually crept out of his shell, and as Diego Costa collected the ball here, he cuts inside and shoots. My goalkeeper spills it. It comes to Didier Drogba, and Drogba scores. And I wasn't even surprised, you know, I really wasn't. That made it Chelsea 1, Barcelona 0, with his first real attack, to be honest, because the only shot he'd had before this was a block shot, which I don't think he even meant to take. And it was 1-0 to Chelsea as they all celebrate, and I was just sitting there thinking there's no surprise, you know what I mean? There was no element of surprise to that. I knew it was going to happen because it's just typical, do you know what I mean? I was trying so hard, I was doing everything I could to try and get myself the goal in this game. And all it took was one attack from my opponent, one break, and he just blasts the ball, my goalkeeper spills it, and he goes ahead and gets himself the goal, which will probably end up winning in the game, because I went down the left-hand side here with Neymar, I get tackled by Ivanovic eventually, and he breaks through again, and because I've pushed so many bodies forward here, he's on the break. Diego Costa skips past PK way too easily. I mean, my defending was absolutely shocking, you don't need to tell me that, but even so, I didn't even think I'd need to defend in this game, because my opponent just kept giving me the ball back and letting me attack on him, and just held me off. But Diego Costa went through and made it 2-0, and that would mean my opponent will go ahead and surely claim the victory. And it was so frustrating because, you know, if you follow Nepenthez on Twitter, he's been talking about it quite a lot, and I'm sure other FIFA YouTubers have. The park the bus philosophy is so hard to beat online, it really is, because you just can't seem to get space in the key areas, and when you do, it's, you know, it's hard to keep your composure, I guess, because you rarely ever get those chances, and it's annoying because, again, I break through here with some good dribbling, and again, Courtois makes a good save, and it just goes to show, you know, even when you do get inside, you got to face a goalkeeper like Courtois, and he's on fire, and again, it makes another really good save here. And when Courtois made that save, I just knew it was never going to be my day, because there's nothing I can do, do you know what I mean? I wasn't even playing badly, that was the annoying thing about it. I was playing quite well, yet because of Courtois being incredible and the park the bus philosophy being so hard to break down, I just couldn't score, and it was really frustrating. And in injury time, I would grant myself what would prove to be a consolation goal. It was a really nice goal as well, lovely passing, broke forward, and Messi found some space in the area and volleyed it past Courtois. So we would go ahead and get ourselves a consolation goal in injury time, but as you'll see, directly from kickoff, my opponent just passes the ball backwards and boots it forward, and he does indeed claim the win. So we lose for the first time in this series in episode 3. I've got to be honest, that's really disappointing. You'll see by the stats, I didn't deserve to lose the game at all, but that's just how it is. The park the bus feature was just way too hard for me to break down, and the thing is, I think I did play well in this game. I was just really unfortunate, and my defending was poor, but you have to say well done to the guy. He set his tactics works out right and he got the win, and that's the most important thing. So even though I feel as though I deserved it, he got the 3 points, and that's all that matters. So disappointed to lose my first game of the series in episode 3. Shouldn't have happened, but I guess I'll just have to bounce back next time and hopefully perform a lot better, and hopefully this result will just prove to be a blip. Maybe it was just a sign of overconfidence, a bit of complacency, who knows, but hopefully we'll bounce back in the next episode and avenge that terrible defeat. But as always guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, then please leave a like, because that is much appreciated and it really does help my channel out, and I'll see you for the next episode of Seasons very soon.